Do you know what it is, Colin? It was the same copyright. I mean, I don't know what it was that I said. Oh, I'm just a bit annoyed because it's the second time in about 10 minutes, G. Hello, Stephanie, love. I haven't seen you for ages. How are you? Hello again, Daphne. Yeah, it's getting ridiculous, G. What's going on? I seriously, the one on the other platform. Hello. I've been better, Stephanie. How's your little one? Nobody said anything, Celine. Well, look, and if I get kicked off a third time, I'm not gonna have you lot. It's not fair on you. I mean, it was my idea tonight to have us in here to have a laugh. Yeah, it's the same over here in the UK, Stephanie. We're still in the same situation as yourselves. I'm just annoyed, Jay. We were just starting to have, well, I was hoping people were, well, I was just about to start Candace's and she's not here. It was the same excuse as the first time, Steph. It was either audio or video copyright. It's extremely frustrating, Jay. Yes, Steph. They are. But I won't talk about that here, Steph. Well, exactly. Oh, do you know, I would love... Hello again, Danny, love. Well, look, it's a shame because I think we've lost Candace now. And I was going to do her next. I just wanted to give all of us a much overdue laugh. That was all. If I wasn't of a suspicious nature, I would feel that someone was trying to get us shut down. because this is ridiculous. Now that is ridiculous, Jay. You're not hurting anybody. Well, that's what they are. That's why when we were having the bears, I never got a chance to read the chat. Well, Colin, that's exactly what I think. Jessie, to be honest with you, I don't know why, but it was just twice in barely 10 minutes. Yes, I know, Ronnie, it was a very special day. It was an extremely special day. But like I said, if I wasn't of such a suspicious nature, then I honestly think that you know, I think somebody's trying to shut us down. Okay, Stephanie, love. But listen, guys, if it happens again, because I think someone's in here among us, and yeah, you're right, Aria. Thanks, Celine, darling. If it goes off again, then we'll leave it. If we're all agreed. But I'm going to say something now. I believe that there is someone among us who's just watching. They're very silent, and they know the way to get to me is by hurting you. I hope so, Daphne. Because if this sort of thing continues, I think that's where we're going to have to live. It's all right, I've just got a bit of a... Yeah, well... Oh, no, they're definitely not. They're definitely not. There's a dislike. Well, there you go. You've got your answer. Whoever's disliked it is behind it. I mean, I've got to tell you now, one of the reasons why I hid the numbers between the likes and dislikes is because several months ago, I mean, some of you will remember this, how badly the channel was hit. Then it went quiet for a while. Yeah, we've got somebody among us who's really enjoying this. Hello, Laurie, love. Well, we were having some fun, Laurie. We were. But I think that's just more or less proved what I've just said. Well, we've been shot down twice in less than 10 minutes, Laurie. We've been reported, and we've got one dislike. But anyway, someone has started battering the channel again. You guys obviously don't know that because you can't see the numbers, but I can. Right, that's absolutely fine, Celine, love. Well, anyway, like I said, things went quiet for a while, and the reason why I put the likes and dislikes up the way I did was because when they were being badly hit, there were some more sensitive haveners got upset about it. And of course, I got all riled up because if anybody upsets you, I get angry. And of course, I get upset and angry, which I played right into their hands, you see. So I thought, right, if you're going to hit me, I'm going to take away half your joy at seeing how badly you're hitting me because you won't know. But they're back again. So I'm being absolutely hammered. Sorry, guys, I don't know what to say. I just, I'm not psychic, you know that. I'm an empath, but I can feel that if I start again, we're going to get shut down again. I don't know if any of you agree with me, but that's what I feel. And I'll tell you what else I feel. The person who's doing it is still among us. I don't know what the empaths among us feel, but that's how I'm feeling. Yes, Laurie, you're absolutely right. Absolutely right, love. Yes, Daphne. Yes. If I can just get the hang of, because I was just absolutely, I couldn't make head and tail of all the instructions. we've got a Facebook group, Laurie. I'll put the link to it, or will you be able to see it there? Jessie's put it up. Yeah, that's true, we can, Daphne. Well, the thing is, Aria, I mean, don't get me wrong, but I've upset some people in my just over a year and a half on Twitter. And thank you, Steph Love. I really appreciate that. That would be fantastic. I think we would all be kissing your slippers, darling, if you could help me get that sorted out. But I mean, the thing is, I've had some fallings out with some people on Twitter. I mean, it was a year ago, but in as much as I've moved on, some of them haven't. And I mean, if this is ending up hurting you because of someone that I fell out with over a year ago, then that says more about them than it does about me. Because I wouldn't do that. I've got enough going on without any extra drama. You know. Okay, Jay, sweetheart, that would be lovely. But I'll see you tomorrow as well, my darling little brother. Yeah, Ronnie, that's a good one. I'll remember that one. That makes a lot of sense, that, Aria. Good night, Jay, darling. Love you. Well, let's put it this way. I think we need to tighten up the questions on the Facebook group admittance. I don't know what you guys think. I think the one question we've got there isn't enough. And I think we need to discuss it between us over there, not here. Yeah. And then what I'll do, as long as I'm allowed to, love you too, my darling. I'll continue doing the videos, like the stories. You know, for as long as people want me to continue doing the stories, I'll do them. if this is my fault because of someone that's annoyed at me, I am really, really sorry, guys. I really am very, very sorry. Candice, love, I'm sorry. Yeah, well, look, come on. We're all adults here. I've messed up with folk. I've had words with people and upset them and what have you, and but I have apologized, whether or not they accepted the apology. People don't have to accept my apology. You know, what upsets me is when it ends up affecting innocent people. Yeah, it was a year ago. Hmm. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. The funny thing was, right? Um, I was up like all last night, and then I've been going all day today. Um, and I've had a couple of bad stinger headaches today. Um, but I was actually really looking forward to tonight. Well, I can't work Discord. Discord is too much for me. Twitch, I don't know anything about Twitch. I don't know. My spidey senses, I don't trust Discord. I can't put my finger on it why. I would still feel would be exposed. I don't know how tight we could make Discord purely for us. You know? Yeah, and that's why I want to do it, Laurie, because it's easy. One press of a button and boom, you're done. Oh, honestly, Colin, do you know? I mean, I am not frightened of technology. Honestly, I'm not. But the instructions, I was like, what? All right, well, then there's hope for me yet, Colin. God, that's absolutely right, Jay. Right. Okay, well, I tell you what, Aria, I think the best way to think about that is that we all have a say in where we want to be, because you guys, you tell me what you want. I'll just go ahead and try and follow through. You know, you guys call the tune, I just dance. Thanks, Candice, love. And I know she's going to send me some info tomorrow. Yeah. Well, of course, the thing is with this place, you know, the world and his wife can be watching. And if they had a sense of humour, they might have had a laugh. But funny that, I wonder what the next card would have been if I turned it. Knight of Swords. It's a message. In this picture, it's a man with a crossbow on his back, and he's chasing after his runaway motorbike. But oh no, I prefer straight talk. Well, if it's someone I've upset on YouTube, then I can only if it's someone I've upset on YouTube. Ooh, I've run out of fingers there, I think. Well, I did mention Harry and Meghan today. Okay, darling, I'll see you again. I'd like to think so, Daphne. Yeah, Jessie? Motorcycles run away. I don't want to feed them. I certainly don't want to feed them. But if I've got someone who loves Meghan and Harry, and I've said what I've said about Meghan and Harry in my video today. Uh-oh. Yeah, and that also makes a lot of sense, Aria. Oh, you wanted to know if you're gonna... I'll tell you what, I'll finish off with this, Daphne. This is just... Oh, Candice, sorry, Candice. Do you know what it is? I see you and Daphne as like sisters, like twins. Not weird. Thank you, Celine, love. Right. Ooh. Right. Is Candice going to find another husband? Well, there we go. As you can see, he's tall, dark, and handsome. He drives a chariot. He's got a black horse and he's got a white horse. Now that tells me Well, if he's half man, half horse, just depends which part she prefers, I suppose. She's going to get married to Ben Hur. She's going to be married to a man who likes chariot racing. And he's got a big whip. Yep. That's what's happening there. She's going to be marrying a man who's got a big whip with his 2 big horses. His gypsy caravan. A centaur, yes. Isn't that somebody who's only got one eye? That's a cyclops. Sorry. Oh, God, Candace, I'm so sorry. I've got you marrying a one-eyed man. You know, he's half man, half horse, and he's got a big whip. Oh, oh my word. And you know what? Our Candace is one of the quiet ones. And, oh, you've got to watch the quiet ones. It's always the quiet ones, isn't it? So what you got to say to that then, Candace? Huh? Isn't she, boys and girls? Our Candace is the quiet one, right? So we already know the kind of man that that's your next husband, sweetheart. And he's called Mr. Chariot. That's his name. Charlie Eat. Chariot. That's his name. Or he could just be a gypsy because he's naked from the waist up, right? And he's got like Aladdin pants on. So, I mean, it could be Aladdin. You know, who knows? Ben Aladdin Her. You know, Charlton Heston. That's true. I saw him in theatre once, you know, and he had the skinniest legs on a man I've ever seen. I mean, he's really tall guy, really tall. But he had the skinniest legs, you know, and I'm thinking, is this the same man who was in Planet of the Apes shouting, "Get your hands off me, you damn dirty ape," and stuff like this? And I'm thinking, he's got skinny legs. He's got such skinny legs. Oh, honestly, she knows how to pick them, Ronnie. She knows how to pick them. Oh, Candace, come on, you're not going to buy him a shirt. He's well ripped. This guy's well ripped. You're not going to want to cover him up. See you on the other side, Colin, love. Take care, sweetheart. Bye-bye. Thanks for being here. Oh, not Benjamin Dover. I didn't realise you had them in the United States. I thought it just belonged to Britain. Yeah, I agree with Jesse. Keep him shirtless. Is anybody else looking for a husband while we're here, or a wife? Anybody? Danny's looking for a husband, right? Okay then. All right. Let's see what the cards bring us. Let's see what the cards bring us. Let's see what I can find for Danny. Oh, Danny. We've got somebody called Pentacles. And he's into gardening. He's a gardener, and he's growing various things underground. Oh, Ronnie, you are dirty. I like it, but you are. Danny, would you be interested in this young gentleman? I'll show you what he's growing underground. Look at those pentacles. Have you seen the size of his pentacles? 7 of Pentacles. What do you think about him? Yes, he is. He's a bit of all right, isn't he? Zac Efron. Pentacles, Laurie. Honestly, you can't take some people anywhere, can you? Mysticals. No, Pentacles. Oh, Steph. Well, anyway, you can't have him because Danny's got him. Danny's got him. This is Danny's boy. Danny boy, your pipes are calling. Yes, and I mean, look at how shiny they are. Have you seen how shiny his pentacles are? I mean, one of them's green. You know? What you got? Red, orange, blue, green. I don't know what he's feeding them, but my, they're some size. He's not bad, is he? You know, I mean, he's young enough to be my slightly younger brother. No, I'm old enough to be his mother. Oh, God. Oh, woe is me. Ronnie, there. I know where you're going. Straight to bed, you naughty boy. Right, so, I mean, do you approve of that one? Oh, I'm glad you're here at last now, Naressa. That's true. I suppose I keep telling myself that. So, are we keeping this one in reserve, Danny, or is this the one you're after? You like him, right? That's okay. Well, you know, this is where you've got to visualize this, you see. If you like that, then you've got to visualize that this is what you want, you know? So, right. And Jesse's looking for a job. Let's see what kind of job we're going to find for Jesse. Izzy, Wizzy, let's get busy. Oil of Frog and Toe of Newt and great big pentacles that look like fruit. Right, let's see. Can we find a job for Jessie? Oh, yes, I can feel it now. Yeah, that's right. Danny's marrying the gardener. Right. Oh, right. We've got a job for Jessie. It's come to me. It's definitely come to me. Right, Jessie, are you ready for this? Jessie, you're going to be wearing high-heeled boots wrapped up with string, and you're going to be carrying a couple of tiki torches and carrying a surfboard. And that's your job, Jessie, that's you. Long blonde, with high-heel boots made up with string, with your tiki lamps, and you're going for a surf. So there you go, love. There's your next job. I mean, that must be a dream job. I mean, you've seen how high your big hot torches are. I mean, you've obviously got to be well paid to hold one of those, you know, and go off. I mean, that sea is bright red. That sea's bright red. So I take it you're living on Mars by this point. You're going to go surfing on Mars, I think. I think so. That's what that says anyway. You know, and with that long blonde hair and your boots made up of string. Oh, God, man, Ronnie, honestly, the jokes. Space surfing, yes, that's going to be you. Space surfing, because the sea is bright red and the sky is bright red. So that basically means you're going to be surfing on Mars. Yeah. But the boots, I mean, have you seen the boots? The legging bits are all made up of string. They've got heels though. So, you know, there's I suppose there's a bit of fashion there. Oh, do you know what, Ronnie? Do you remember that film Total Recall? That's what that reminds me of. That film Total Recall with Arnold Schwarzenegger in it. And do you remember when they were on Mars? I mean, they were always on Mars, but they got him and the girl and they shoved them out on the surface, and they got soft-boiled eyes because they couldn't breathe. Do you remember that one? Oh my God, it was awful. That's why I can't watch that movie anymore. Because I remember at the time, it was the first time I'd ever seen a woman with 3 boobies. Because I thought at the time she'd be handy if she had triplets, you know, because they'd all get a go. Yeah, but that's where that reminds me of. Total Recall with Arnold Schwarzenegger, you know. Because I mean, I must admit, I used to love Arnie in the in back in the day when he did like Last Action Hero and stuff like that. Loved him in those movies. Or if you remember him in Running Man. Do you remember him in Running Man? When he was all in that yellow skin tight suit, you know. Stripper surfer. Oh my God, Jesse, you've got yourself an bit hero worship going on there, love. Stripper surfer, there you go. That's, yeah, when he was Conan. But I remember, what was it? Yes, when he had to, when he had to go out and fight off all these bad guys or something and win the right to his life. But he was in like this skin tight yellow suit, and he was, oh, he used to realise why his wife always wrote around with a big smile on her face. Well, I think that's a lovely job for you to have, Jessie. I really do. Yeah, do you know what? Those, what, when men were men and sheep were scared, you know? Oh, dear me. Have you indeed? Naked? Cigarettes will be sold in South Africa. There's no cigarettes in all of South Africa. Oh, no. Oh, God, Ronnie. Oh, that's awful. Do you know, with this, because I'm not going to run the risk of anything, but with this current situation that we're living in, I don't understand why we can't get eggs. Since when have the chickens stopped laying? See, I don't get that. I don't understand why have the chickens stopped laying. I hope they decide not to keep them banned afterwards. That'll be horrible. I will never ever get my head round that, Jessie, with the toilet paper. It's not like that over here in the UK, are you? We've still got shortages on a heck of a lot of things. Uh, no. The thing is, when the situation is eased, I'm just wondering how quickly we will run back to how things were before. But there are people who have got long memories and they'll remember people's faces, especially the ones who came out with trolleys filled with toilet rolls and then tried to sell them on. And I mean, boxes of tissues and things like that. Yeah, and where did he get his lot of masks and sanitizer from? I mean, I'll tell you what's very, very short in the UK at the moment. Tinned goods like cans of food, like vegetables and beans and, what you call Franks and beans, like in tins, um, and tins of spaghetti and things like that. Um, it's the shelves. I mean, tins of soup and um, like stewed steak and things like that. You can't get a tin of soup anywhere. And I just don't. I mean, they say they're restocking the shelves. We're not seeing it. And you go like today. We went looking for eggs, and it was like, well, hang on, are the hens still laying? And if they are, then why isn't there eggs on the shelves? Well, we were told today that the UK have now passed Italy with regard to deaths. What, we're talking about chickens? Well, we've got a lot of our own chickens. I don't know if any of... I honestly don't know if there's imported from the continent, but I was always under the impression that we got eggs from our own British chickens, but then again, I don't know. But our count now is it's over 30,000. Oh, I see what you mean, Danny. Right? I don't know, love. I don't know, but see, my husband likes eggs, and you must eat at least half a dozen eggs a week. Good. I'm glad, Jessie. I'm really glad. Will he go to jail, or is he just having to pay a big fine? I don't know. I think we'll all be glad when all this is all over. Yeah. Well, my husband's still working from home. And he's one of the lucky ones. Anyway, do you want one last quick question from the floor before I bid you all good night? Because I can tell you something, as sure as eggs is eggs, I'm going to have 2 emails waiting for me from YouTube. In fact, if you give me a second, I'm going to have a quick look. And I'll bet you there'll be 2 emails. Give me a sec. And I will just bring up my emails. Where's my glasses gone? Shit. Do you know, honestly, I get worse. Oh, there they are. This is... What? What? You are kidding me. Right. Right, yeah, I was reported. But they're not taking action. And 3 times. Hi, Carolina, love. Yeah, you all right, are you? It said that the titles that I had for the videos were reported for breach of community content. So, yeah. So they decided not to take action. But there was 3 emails waiting there. 3. That's why you heard me going, what? What? Because I thought there would only be 2. There wasn't, there was 3. So I don't know what you make of that. Oh, well, we started off okay, Carolina, and within a couple of minutes we were booted off, and then we came back and got about 10 minutes in, and then we were booted off. But we've only been booted off twice. What I don't understand is I got 3 emails from YouTube saying that I've been reported. What I don't understand is getting 3 emails, but we're only shut down twice. Yeah, well, this is just a repeat of what happened the last time. Oh, I hadn't thought of that, Ronnie. That's a good thought, that, love. No, well, the thing is, yeah, I could appeal Danny, but I don't think I'd win. I don't know why. I don't know why. I've just got this feeling. But you see, Ronnie, she brings money in. I don't. I don't bring any money in with me not being monetized. Nice that microwave Barbie. I do like that. I mean, how she didn't get booted off for what she did over DID was beyond me. But I think this is absolutely proof. Because to be honest with you, at first I thought I'm just going to sound paranoid, but you're all here, you've all seen it. And now, of course, we've all got to be so careful. And I mean, we didn't do anything wrong because we walk on eggshells now. And I honestly don't think it's worthwhile. We've got to make this here now the very last time. Yeah. Yeah. Caroline, I wish to heck on you, but you see, the thing is, I don't bring YouTube in any money. I mean, I'm just a tiny little speck as far as YouTube's concerned, and I'm not monetized. I've never even applied for monetization. I've never applied for it because I've always said I'm not interested in it. But I mean, this has utterly convinced me now. Tonight is the very last. I'm definitely not doing it now. I will do my hardest to get on board with the other platform as fast as I possibly can. But this is the end. I'm sick of walking on eggshells. Celine, it's all right, darling. In the group, Carolina, we're going to try and get it up and running on Facebook. Just tighten up the questions for any new people who are coming through. But I definitely felt there was someone in the room with us tonight. And I know Aria did as well. That you'll see her as Demon Eva. That's Aria, and she felt it as well. There was someone in the room spying. Yeah, but that's the thing, though, Candice Love, they generate millions for YouTube. Well, hundreds of thousands of dollars anyway. And was definitely off. I'm sorry I had to feel that, but I'm glad I wasn't the only one, because this has been having me thinking I was going, well, just losing the plot, you know. Oh, I know we will. I know it upset me that couple of weeks ago, and I really let it get to me, and no doubt the person involved was having a whale of a time watching me cry, because that little video was hammered as well. And shall I tell you what sickens me? Michael's birthday video. Do you know that was hammered as well? That was his birthday video. Well, I made an announcement on Twitter that there was going to be a thing on tonight. I mentioned it in the video today. Part of what? Candice, love, sorry. Yeah. It's someone who just doesn't like me very much. But it's very upsetting because innocent people have been made to suffer. And that is what upsets me. Yeah. This is the very last one here. The thing is, it's been like walking on eggshells. And I mean, we're being so careful, and it's just, all of it's just been about having a laugh, breaking the tension, thinking about something else a little bit different for a change, you know? And I don't. I mean, surely to God, the person who's doing this, I can understand them wanting to have a go at me. That's fair enough. But what I don't understand is why they would go and hurt people who have never hurt them. That's just sick. Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah. Well, I'm glad I'm not them having to meet the maker with a conscience. Well, it could be any of the people that I fell out with last year. I mean, it wasn't just me against a certain amount of people. It was a sort of a fair split, you know. there was like, you know, me and some on one side and them and some on another side, and you know. All right, sweetheart. I love you too. All right, darling. I'll speak to you tomorrow. Have a good time at work. Stay safe. Night night, darling. Love you. Well, like I said, I'm going to I'll keep the stories up and running. But there won't be any more lives. I think we've finally got the message. Are you going as well? Is Daphne going now? No, I can't help it. I just, like, I'm not a martyr looking for sympathy or anything like that. I would rather just say things as it is. Uh, you know, whoever it is that I've upset, what's pissed me off is the fact that they can't contact me and message me and say, this is why I'm still angry at you. And then at least we could beat something out between us. Oh, those two, Naressa. She was not very well, that lady. She wasn't a very happy lady at all. But she turned and attacked another Havener. And she was relatively new to the group, and she turned around and she attacked another established Havener. And I said, I'm sorry, but you need to apologise. Because in here we treat each other with kindness and respect. And she refused to apologise. So I said, well, I'm sorry, then you have to leave. And then it was just this tirade, and she said she was going to tell everybody, anybody and everybody, how evil I was. But I haven't even given her a second thought since then. Because, she I think she was basically very unhappy. Well, look, let's put it this way, we'll make a positive out of it, shall we? At least you've seen what the other header, flower header or whatever her name is, Mystic Header. Now you've seen the powers of Mystic Header, right? Well, that particular one, Danny, was because I think we were talking about food or something. I can't remember all the details exactly, But she started going on about stop talking about food shaming and things like that. And I'm thinking, whoa, where did that come from? We weren't food shaming. I think we're just generally talking about food. And she said stuff like, we had to be more sensitive to other people's needs. And it was like, eh? But she hadn't attacked me. She'd gone after one of the other Haveners, and the girl hadn't done anything. Do you know what? I can't even remember exactly who it was. All I do know is that it was bang out of order, and it was just out of left field. And I asked the lady to apologise. Oh, okay, son, Jessie, love. No night. See you soon. Love you. Bye, darling. You remember it, Narissa, don't you? She was going on about don't food shame, and then I just said, we treat each other in here with kindness and respect. You cannot just speak to somebody in such an awful way and not expect us just, I'm not just going to sit there and take being spoken to like that. And I said, I'm not going to have you, you're new here, and the rules is that you treat each other with kindness and respect. And, and I ask you to please apologise. And she refused to apologise. And then, oh my goodness, it was like the lid to hell had been ripped off. And she went wild. Candace, do you remember that lady in the Facebook group? Oh God, it was before Christmas. I'm sure it was. Yes. And she did a lot of victim blaming. Do you remember that lady, Candace? She, we were talking about food, I think, and she turned around and she said, stop talking about this, and it's disrespectful to people who have got problems with food and what have you. And I'm not going to tolerate that sort of talk and what have you. Something along those lines. And it was just like, whoa, where the hell did that come from? Well, how long has the group been going now? Is it about 6 months? Something like that. But yeah, that's what that was about. Completely out of left field. And I mean, touch wood, it's been wonderful in there ever since. The only blip we've ever had. Yeah. And then started getting messages from her telling me what she thought of me, etc., etc. And in the end, I just said, I'm not taking this. I don't come here to be abused, and I'm certainly not going to have you abusing my Haveners. I've asked you on more than one occasion. All you have to do is say, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend you. I didn't understand the rules, and I was maybe a bit oversensitive, and we can all either agree to disagree and move on, or what have you. But no, she wouldn't have it. She turned it into that she was the victim, and she said she was going to tell everybody that we were all ganging up on her and that we were all bullies. Yeah, I remember that now. She said we were all bullies. Isn't it funny we don't have to leave the house to get into drama? What can you do, eh? So, anyway, like I said, yes, she did. Yes, we did block her, Carolina, in the end. I just very, very quickly went and I blocked her because I remember at the time, and the rules are still in the group, where I said, until we find our feet and get comfortable, can we please not invite family members? And she brought her daughter in. Now, she knows her daughter, we didn't. And I did say, I actually messaged her and said, because that was her name, was Barbara. Can't remember her second name, but her first name was Barbara. And I remember saying to her, Barbara, could you please explain to me why you brought your daughter in when we specifically say, please don't invite family members in, because some of our members just want to be in there on their own. They want somewhere they can come to, on their own without family and what have you. And that's what everybody's entitled to in the group. It's a haven. That's what I mean, the thing is, what do people want from a safe haven? They want somewhere they can be themselves. They want somewhere where they're not judged, where they can be free to be themselves, to be accepted. Oh God, Naressa, yeah, I mean, it was well over the top, wasn't it? I mean, it was totally over the top. And she was telling me what a bad Jew I was as well. I was a very bad Jew. And I was like, do you know what? I've had rabbis tell me that, love. I'm not going to have just nobody tell me that. I've had rabbis tell me that and worse. I'm not scared. I mean, in fairness to her, I do think she probably did have problems with anxiety. And I haven't walked a mile in her shoes, so I don't know what she's been through. But that particular situation was, well, it's no secret I'm very protective of you lot. And, outside of my husband and my 2 children, you lot are like family to me. So if anybody tries to have a go at you, I'm going to be right in there to sort of like go, whoa, what's happening here? And I will stand up and do what I can. But oh my God. Anyway, what I was going to say was, You've seen Mystic Heather at her, most glorious, with all our powers that she doesn't have. So now you've had a taste of our powers and what she can do. The next live that we managed to get up and running, would you like her to come back and bewilder the lot of you again? I know, Candace, love, and I'm telling you, there is nobody more humble than me that you feel that way about me. Well, we're all looking out for each other. And at the end of the day, this is what I wanted, that we would be a family community. But anyway, would you be up for fantastic? Well, I'll tell you what then. Or Candace, do you want to share with Carolina what your future husband's going to look like? And we've found a husband for Danny as well. Danny's future husband. I don't know if Caroline has seen him yet. I don't know if you, Carolina, can you see this picture? Right, that's Danny's future husband. You're looking at there. Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber. I don't know if Danny likes Justin Bieber. Bieber, not Bieber. Sorry, I beg your pardon. And this hunk of burning love, this is Candace's future husband. That's right, Danny's very protective. This is Candace's future husband. He's half man, half horse, half gypsy caravan. Well, three halves, something. And he's got a very big whip. Yep. Ripped muscles. He's got pants on like Aladdin. And he drives a wagon like Ben-Hur. That's right, he'd take her on holiday. Zac Efron. Which one? Are you talking about the guy on the wagon? Or are you talking about this guy? Because this is Danny's bloke and he'll fight you. He will fight you. Danny will ask you to step outside because he's very protective of this new guy of his and his multicolored pentacles. Danny's very, very protective of him. I mean, he hasn't got a name even. I mean, I thought at first he was probably growing a carrot, but no, he's growing pentacles. Oh, right, we're back to the guy with no shirt on. That's him there with his horses. Oh, Asmodai, I love you. Yeah, I could fall in love with Asmodai. Here, do you know, the thing is, right, I mean, Jessie, she was in it. I don't know whether you saw her, but Jessie was looking for a job, and we found her a job on Mars, where she's going to be blonde, wearing boots made of string, and go surfing. but on Mars. Red sky, red sea. So, one-eyed Charlton Heston, yep. So, you're one more fortune before we go. Right, well, Candace, you be protective of your fella. Danny's protective of his fella. Jesse's got a surfboard. Right? With his really, really skinny legs. Charlton Heston had the skinniest legs on a man I've ever seen. Oh, yeah, that's right. Jesse's going to be a space stripper. He got the imaginations, eh? Right, well, let's see. Let's see. What have we got? Okay. Abracadabra, Eye of Newt, toenail, frog's eyeballs. What we got? Right. I'm going to send this card out energetically. I'm going to send this card out energetically. And it's someone, it's a lady. It's a lady. And she's sitting on a cushion made of fire. In fact, she's sitting on a whole load of tea light candles, and she's balancing the moon in one hand and a stick in the other. Right, and she's sort of looking at this big moon that she's holding in her hand, and she's going, "Oh, have you seen the size of my moon?" And I've got a very big stick. So, I mean, I'm saying it's a lady. It could be a lady. I'm not sure. But she looks like a Aladdin from the waist down. And who else does she remind me of? And what's that face remind me of? Nina Simone. Oh, we like big sticks and we cannot lie. Sorry. Here she is. Now, who would like to lay claim to this beauty? Don't be shy. She likes sitting on tea lights. She's got the moon in one hand and a big stick on the other hand. And she's the Queen of Wands, Queen of a big stick. Look at that, she's holding a big stick there. And she's wielding all the bad guys away with a big stick. Is that you, Carolina? Oh, wow. Well, if you ever want to change your job, you could test out tea lights for a tea light factory. I mean, that looks like a cushion made of fire. In fact, it looks like she's sitting on a beanbag, doesn't it? Made of fire. Hot beans. you know? Or she could be holding a didgeridoo, you know? I mean, you've seen the size of didgeridoos. Yeah, she's the Queen of Wands. So, anyway, there's that one there. So, if you're happy, if, you know, have wants to claim her, and then let's have a look. Who else have we got? Right, so we've had toe of toenail, eye of frog, sheep's entrails, and tail of dog, 100 rolls of toilet paper. Yeah, that's it. Found the one. Oh, now. Oh, right. We've got Ariel the Little Mermaid. Here we've got Ariel the Little Mermaid. Here we go. It's really the moon, but we've got Ariel the Little Mermaid. And there's wolves. Now, I don't know that Ariel the Little Mermaid ever had a problem with a black wolf and a white wolf with a great big moon in them. There's a lot of moons in here. Of a very powerful words mind. 100 rolls of toilet paper. It's significant. Very powerful, significant. But anyway, we've got Ariel, the Little Mermaid, being serenaded to by a black wolf and a white wolf. And they're singing Three Wheels on My Wagon. Because that's the sort of thing wolves sing when they're howling at the moon. 3 wheels on my wagon, and I keep rolling along. The Cherokees are after me, and I'm singing a happy song. You know? Well, you see, that's a sign, that, Narissa. That's actually a sign. I'm not quite sure what of, but it's definitely a sign that you're going to see this card. So, you know what that means? You're psychic. That's what that means. That means you've got hidden powers. You see? Because there's the Little Mermaid underwater, and she's like, she looks like she's probably like half female, half tuna, you know? And she's sending sort of like special cosmic rays up to the 2 wolves who are singing 3 wheels on my wagon, you know, up to the moon. And she's probably trying to stop the moon from sinking in the water. So she's using all her energies and what have you with a fishy tail. And she's thinking, God, this water's playing havoc with my hair. Because, you would be, wouldn't it, if your hair was underwater all the time? So, but no, that proves you're psychic, Narissa. You have special powers. Definitely. So I think we should all gather around you and ask you to rub our palms with like £10 notes, $50 notes, things like that. Or you ask us for that. I forget which way around it is. You know, they used to say, grease my palm with silver. Well, these days, because with inflation and what have you, we don't do the silver, we do like, you know, dollar bills, pound coins, that sort of thing. So cough up, Narissa. Honestly, you know, Mystic Heather, she has the talents of someone with no talent. I mean, what can I tell you? She is a legend in her own lunchtime. She really is. I'll settle for the positive vibes and energy, then go on, I'll let you off. But I want $10 off you the next time when I see you. Otherwise, because I'm going to have to write it up in my book. Has Aria gone? Is Dominiva gone? I think she must have gone. Who's a Kardashian? Not me. Oh, you're still there, love. Because I was going to say you've been here practically from the beginning and we haven't pulled one for you. Right. Let me have a special look for you. Do you have anything? Do you have any question in mind? Well, exactly. Who wants to be a multi-millionaire with a big bum like that? Well, me, quite frankly, but without being a Kardashian. Right. Do you have any particular question that you want to ask the all unknown? Yeah, absolutely. I don't know why they're famous. Absolutely no idea why they're famous. Because it's a bewilderment to me. Pull a husband. Right. Here I go. Um. Um. Ow. Ow. Oh. Oh, I can feel it. I can feel it. I can feel it. I can definitely feel it. I'm feeling it now. Oh, yes. Oh. No, I don't think you like him. Let me try again. Let me ask the spirits for more clarity. Yes, I think you'll approve of this one. I wouldn't have said old per se, but mayhap you'll like this one. This is like, how can I put this? It's, what's his name from The Lion King? You've got him from The Lion King. Yeah. What about him? Do you like him? Yeah, it's quite a large one. And it's so powerful. It's Mufasa. Thank you, Carolina. Because I wasn't going to say Simba, was I? You know. But have you noticed that the end of it is so large it's on fire. Right, is it the lion over his shoulder that's putting you off? Because I could always sort of like, we could always like put a collar on it. You know, it's a bonny lion. It's a pretty thing. You take it for a walk. I mean, that's what he does. He's a lion tamer. You see, this is what the spirits are trying to tell you, Arya. The spirits are trying to tell you, right, that you've got to be able to take the hard as well as the smooth, right? And if you happen to be set on fire in the process, then it's possibly just one of those things. You know, you can't make an omelette without cracking some eggs. And I mean, you know, would you kick him out of bed for making crumbs? I don't think so. But he's obviously a lion tamer, and he lives in Botswana. And oh no, let me think. What else does he do? And he feeds hyenas with his eyes closed. He's oh, Nerissa, what are you like? He's I can tell by the way he's standing that yes, Tarzan. Yeah. Oh, I'm the king of the swingers. Whoa, the jungle VIP. Oh no, that's King Louis from the Jungle Book. I'm giving you an orangutan. Sorry, I didn't mean to give you an orangutan. Sorry about that. But yes, I mean, he's not bad, is he? He's a bit of all right. You know? I mean, he well fills that t-shirt. He's doing it. I mean, if you've seen the look of that man's stick, whoa. That goes all the way down the side of his trousers. Oh, no, not the Tiger King. Oh, no, no, no. No, 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 no. No, we're not having that. No. This man, I think he's called um, Joe. He's called Joe. That's his name. Or James, or something like that. Or Eddie, you know. Or Asmodai. You know, Asmodai's bald. Yeah. So are you quite happy with the hunk of burning love that I found for you tonight? So you've got yourself a lion tamer. And, you know, Candice has got a Ben her come 2-horse Cyclops, you know. And I've lost track. And we've got Danny with his man with his very large pentacles, and it's quite uncanny really how the spirits, I feel, they've all come together to, yes, you've got a very good looking gardener there, Danny. You've got to be honest there, love. And I don't think the spirits have done badly by any of you. I think the spirits have been very, very generous. I'm going to give you one last look of your little bits of burning love before I put them all to bed. I'm trying to remember who's who now. There's that many of them. Oh yeah, there was. Do you remember? We started off with Celine's when she said, "Would she have a boy or a girl?" We've given her 2 kids because our dad, well, the dad of the children, our husband, obviously, he likes to knit traffic light signals. So she's going to have 2 kids, a very happy husband who knits traffic signals. So we started off with that, if you remember. And then, oh, Daphne. Is Daphne still there? Did Daphne get one? And then, just before we got kicked off the other time, what I didn't show you was this one. We got this guy who's chasing his motorbike, which has run away without him. You know. And it looks like the eagle up there is going to ride his motorbike. But that's what he was going to do. Or he's going to shoot a crossbow on his motorbike or something. But anyway, he's legging it after his motorbike. So there was that. And then, of course, we've got Daphne's hunk of burning love there. With our horses and a centaur and, you know, half man, half horse, half caravan. That sort of thing. So, and a big whip. Don't forget the big whip. So there's that. Mustn't forget the big whip. And then we had Jessie's surfboard on Mars. She's going to be a space stripper because she had like boots made out of string with high heels. So there was her. So that was her sorted out. And then, was it Daphne like this lady? Didn't you, Daphne? That's something like that. We like that. Yes, can. You see, I always think of Daphne and Candace together. And I have for about a year now. I don't understand. No, we need to find a husband for you, don't we, Daphne? And then we've had Ariel the Little Mermaid. So I can't quite remember who wanted to claim her. I mean, she just might wanted to be up there for a good time. We don't know. Daphne, I need to find you a husband. Wait a minute now, love. Let's see what I can find. Oh, Daphne, you're going to love this. Daphne, I swear, I have got this man and he's sitting on the biggest mango I've ever seen in my whole life. Are you ready for this, Daphne? Because I swear you're going to love me for this. You should see what he's got in his hand. You should see what this man's got in his hand. You, my friend, have only got the Emperor. Have a look at that. What do you think of that, Daphne? What do you think of him? Is he a bit of all right? Have you seen the size of his chest piece? Look at that. And he's obviously I think he's Aries the Ram. Right, that's that. I thought, well, you see, Daphne, that's where your mind is, isn't it, love? Because I thought it was a mango. You know, That's, you see, I honestly, because I'm young and innocent, I thought that was a mango. But I think we all know where Daphne's mind is. And it's not far from where Danny's is with his pentacles. You know? Danny, roll your tongue in. I thought you might, Daphne. I thought you might like him. Mind, he's a handsome bloke, isn't he? He's a very handsome bloke. Very nice. He's very well turned out, I feel. Very well turned out. Yes, I think so. I think he's. I like the way he's. I mean, you noticed he's got laced up shoes, and you can always tell a lot about a man the way he ties his laces. And he's got shiny shoes, which I always appreciate that about a man. Yes, I do. I think he is very handsome. In Crete, I wouldn't kick him out of bed for making crumbs. No, I wouldn't. What's his name, or where can you find him? Right. Well, he's called Theo Emperor. Theo Emperor, and you can find him care of. Well, it's French because it's Cards Le Tarot, Paris, France, I think, or it might be America. I'm not sure. I'll have to look on the box. I think it's America, actually. You know, I think actually it is American. I'm sure he's American. I'm sure the lady who invented these is American. Wouldn't it be fun if she lived it? Yeah, I think so. I'll have to check. It's via Hay House. I'll tell you where the lady's from. Sure it says where she's from. Oh gosh. California, I think. I think she's from California. Yeah. She looks like a Jeffrey. So, and I forget who else we had. Who else did we have? Oh yes, don't forget there's Danny's. Don't forget, let's have a rehab. Just let Danny have one last look at his guy Tom. So I think Tom's a good name, and we'll call him Tom with his rather large pentacles. So let's not forget him. Right? Yeah. Oh, thank you very much. Well, Tom likes you too, and he obviously likes the fact that you like his pentacles. Pentacles. He likes, because he appreciates a man who appreciates a nice pentacle, and you obviously do. So so that's good there. And then we've got oh yes, and whose was this? Oh yes, this was Arias, and he's called Joe. So, and we know she likes him. Because I don't think she would have liked the one I pulled before that. It wasn't very complimentary. I don't think it was good enough for her. Anyway, so that was Joe, and then we've got Daphne's blog. Eh? So, everybody happy? Well, Gypsy Rose, or whatever. Oh, if I get kicked off now, I don't care. Anyway, now you can see what you can't do with our powers and what have you. I'll ask her how she feels about being booked in for another bit of fun with you guys. And next time I'll show you the bigger cards, and we'll get to grips with those. Because next time we'll feel a little bit more at ease, I think. And we'll be able to relax and have a little bit more fun. But at least we know now what we've been dealing with. At least we've got a damn good idea anyway. Right. And just in case any of you guys are interested, I mean, seriously, if you wanted these ones, is that the right size? This is called the Light Seers Tarot. Out on there, where all your boyfriends and everything are. That's called the Light Seers Tarot, if you did like that. It was one of my Christmas presents a hubby gave me. So it's a beautiful deck, it really is. And actually tonight was the first time I'd ever used it. So I hope you would like it. And the bigger one was called the Shadow Oracles of Shadows and Light. It was the first time I was going to use that tonight as well. But not going to lie, people who've got no sense of humour nearly ruined it. And they've gone ahead and already put up a dislike on the videos. So, well, on the live, because you've got no sense of bloody humour. But I honestly think that they're hoping to shut us down. That's what I honestly think they're trying to do. So, but for one, I'm certainly not going to let them win. And anyway, I'm sorry. I'll have to think about it, Danny. But Danny, you're over in the Facebook group, aren't you? Because I'm definitely not doing any more lives here. It's not worth it. We're all on eggshells, walking on eggshells. You don't have Facebook. Would you not just consider it just having it for us in our group? You do it just for us in our group. You don't have to use it for anything else. What a shame. Well, I know you are, Danny Love, but honestly, if it's all you would need it for is just our group, you wouldn't have to. None of us bother with anything else with it. I don't. I actually don't bother with it. I use it to be part of the group, and that's it. Other than that, I'm sort of like, I mean, I'm not even that active on Twitter, to be honest, because sometimes I find Twitter downright toxic. It's awful. When I've seen some of the things people can say to each other, it's awful. Yes, he's been in tonight, Carolina. Jay's been in tonight. He's been putting up videos all this week, love. Do you think that YouTube have unsubbed you? Because I've lost 15 subs in 2 weeks. I'm down 15 subs now in 2 weeks. But he's been uploading every day, nearly every day. Well, if you go and check on his videos, I mean, I think he put up 3, maybe 4 today. I think he put up Gemini and Cancer. I think he put 3 or 4 up today, but he was in tonight. He was here for about half an hour, and he seemed to be in good spirits. We had a nice little crowd in, you know. No problem, love. But like I said, people, you know, Danny, you don't have to do anything on Facebook. If you want to be part of the lives, that's where they're going to be from now on. Because I'll be quite honest with you, I can't relax. If I want to just relax and let go into a live to be with my friends, I can't if I'm constantly frightened that it's going to come up. We've stopped it. And then knowing that I'm being reported, it's not worth it. Not anymore. And what really annoyed me was when Michael's birthday video got trashed. So you don't have to be on YouTube for anything else, Facebook, for anything else apart from the group. And then when there's a live, and then you can totally be on board for that. But I can honestly tell you, the group is made up of all the people around you tonight that you've seen tonight are all in the group, and it's exactly the same in group as it is in this live. It's lovely and friendly and genuine, and I can't recommend it high enough. Hello, Violet, love. I'm just about to close down. Oh, poor soul. I did this to you the other night as well. Violet, are you in our Facebook group? Oh, excellent, Daphne. All right, love. Okay. Well, listen, that's where we're going to be having the lives from now on. I'm going to be talking to Steph tomorrow. And about sorting out the lives there, because we got shut down twice tonight, but I actually got 3 emails from YouTube saying I've been reported 3 times. So, and the live has already been disliked. So it's not very nice. I'm not doing lives on here anymore. I've totally decided after tonight. So, yeah. Yeah, it wasn't very good. But we'll manage to try and have a few laughs. Anyway, and anyway, Mystical Header has managed to fix most of the people here up with new husbands, and everybody seems to have been quite happy. Yeah, Candace got one that was half man, half horse, half gypsy caravan. I think Carolina got a lion tamer. Jessie's going to be a space stripper. Daphne's going to marry an emperor. Let's think. I'm trying. Danny's got a lovely fella called Tom, who's got rather large pentacles. Oh yeah, Daphne's new husband, I said, was sitting on a rather large. That's right. You got the gardener. God, I'm getting my words all wrong. Danny's got the gardener. Daphne has got the really nice set-up gentleman who I said was sitting on a mango, but Daphne, the naughty bugger, said, oh, look at the size of his great big ball. So, I mean, as I'm very virginal, I didn't know what she meant, because I'm very innocent, etc. But no, I mean, I think I think a lot of the time we're extremely impressed with, oh yes, Candace's husband only has one eye, so he's a cyclops centaur with maybe having a traveling circus. We're not sure. But he's got one white horse and one black horse. Oh yes, and a very large whip. Absolutely massive whip. And Arya's guy had a very big stick. I mean, and it was so big, its end was on fire. And there was also a lion. So she must have been the lion tamer. I'm forgetting who had what now. Somebody had Ariel the Little Mermaid, balancing the moon. And like I said, Jessie was on Mars. She was tall and blonde with boots made out of string or high heels. And she was surfing. And she was going to be a space stripper. I'm not sure who won the most interesting partner tonight. I'm going to put my that was Celine's. She said, is it going to be a boy or a girl? And she ended up with 2 children, one of each, with a husband who knits traffic signals. Well, it was stop and start and stop and start. So you're gonna be stopping and starting. But if you can bear that, Violet, you'll be all right, love. I'm gonna vote for tonight's winner being Danny's Tom Gardner. Tom Gardner, that's his name. Tom Gardner, because he had multicolored pentacles. Yeah, Daphne, that was Celine's husband with his knitted traffic lights. Well, I think everybody probably did really quite well. I mean, everybody likes their own partner, really, because Daphne's future husband has only got one ball. I mean, I thought it was a great big mango, but what do I know? I'm just a virgin. I don't know anything. But it's a shame he's got one ball, but it was huge. So if he was only going to have one, by God, how he managed it with such slim, I don't know. But it proved he was a gentleman because he had very shiny shoes and tied up laces. Oh yeah, definitely a gentleman. He's probably something like a high school, like head teacher, sort of principal sort of thing. So I mean, he's obviously got money, Daphne. So funny how I never found anybody for me. I mean, I know I'm married and what have you, but we can all dream, can't we? I mean, knowing my luck as a woman, half woman, half tuna. It did, Nerissa, didn't it look like a huge mango? It looked like somebody taking a bite out of his mango. I mean, it really did. You can. Do you know what? I remember this old lady I knew once. She always used to say, you can tell a lot by a man's shoes and the way he polishes his shoes, and especially if he ties them, like laces and what have you, because it's a sign that he's well turned out. And she says, and you can always. She always used to say to me, never ever trust a man with a thin top lip. And I think, why? She says it's a sign that he's mean with his money. She says, so never ever trust a man with a thin top lip. So for years, I would go around looking at blokes, and if they had like a really thin top lip, I mean, they would be gorgeous. But if they had just a slit for a mouth, I was just nowhere near. I just think back, I can't trust you, you're mean. I mean, I don't know if they were mean or not, but it's just these things stick in your mind. You know, it's like, when they say big hands, big feet, big socks, you know. I mean, they do say that though, don't they? They'll say you can tell if he's got big hands, and big feet, he wears big socks. Yeah. My husband was a size 6. How the hell I got 2 kids, I do not know. God in good graces, I think. I'm making sure I had my bum tilting upwards on a pillow, but that's another story. That's a fertility story for another day, I think. What? What? What did I say? What did I say? Do you know, Daphne, you can't say anything. You with your, oh, my man's only got 1 ball, but have you seen the size of it? Daphne, she's another one. Watch the quiet ones. Her and Candace are like a pair of twins. Those two, the quietest ones, and they're the ones with men with whips and big whips and whips and things like that, you know. You gotta watch those two, the quiet ones, the quiet twins, those two, Daphne and Candace. Honestly, they're so quiet and they're so, hiya, how are you? How are you doing? Have you seen my man? He's huge. Oh dear. You've got to laugh, haven't you? You've got to laugh. We'll all go crazy if we didn't laugh, I think. But no, so anyway, enjoy what you see of the video then, Violet, love. Daphne Marable. Flabbergasted? Who told you about my mouth being full of socks? I mean, I don't know what you mean. I haven't a clue. I'm a born-again virgin. I started it, you finished it. Oh, it is. It is. It's good to have a laugh, isn't it? You know, even some bugger out there trying to stop us having fun, but you know what? They haven't won because we've still managed to have a laugh despite them. So, to them, that's what I say. Miserable buggers. They haven't got a sense of humour. Yeah, so you know, some people's faces would crack if they laughed. Don't you think? Halloween. Oh my God. I've saved the hat, you know. I've saved the green face paint. I'm glad you've had fun. Well, do you know what the thing is? I think you can all safely say, and probably with gratitude, that there's only one of me. And trust me, my husband loves me, and he thinks that he's very, very glad I'm not twins. Where did I learn to read them? I didn't. I just taught myself. But it's like I go with me being an empath. I go with the feelings and sense things and stuff, you know. But I'm not a psychic or anything like that. And I'm not a medium. I'm more of an extra large. Shouldn't have done that. Pardon me. Is there Candace laughing again? Well, I'm glad you've had fun tonight, kids. It's been good. And, you know, I think we should certainly try and do more of this. Well, if you can sense and feel things, Violet Love, if you've got like clairsentience, it's like a clear knowing. But if you can sense atmospheres, if you can pick up on what other people are feeling, then yes, you're an empath. You know. I mean, I was told by a fortune teller years ago, and I mean, I'm going back over 40 years ago now. She said that that I was empathic, you know. And I mean, I've always believed in past lives and things like that, you know. So I know I've been here before. And the worst thing is, I'm not done. I've got to come back. I've been so naughty in this lifetime. I've got to come back in another lifetime to try and be less naughty. Can't help it. I seem to like being on Earth for some reason. A lot of people are very, very glad that they broke the mold when I was made, Candace. Honestly, my husband, if you ask Bill, he will tell you, as much as he loves me, he is really glad I am not twins. Well, you know, the thing is, and you know, you'll probably understand this, but you don't just have soul mates. You can have soul groups, you can have soul families, and it's highly likely that we've probably gone through past lives together, which is why, you know, when you click straight away, and sometimes you think, I know her from somewhere, or I know him from somewhere. And it's just, again, it's my personal belief. But I think that we're all sort of going around in the same soul group. So when you talk to someone and you've got that instant knowing and you're instantly comfortable, it's because we've been around each other before. And, you know, apart from a couple of little escapades, you know, with a haven and what have you, but I can honestly tell you, I don't think there's one person I've met in the haven yet that I've felt uncomfortable besides, you know. Oh, I definitely agree with that, Narissa. Absolutely, Candace, yes. Absolutely. Yeah. Past lives all the way for me. Absolutely. I mean, I don't know how many times I've come back. I know there's certain periods in time that are very, very familiar to me. So there's certain times in history that call me so strongly, and there's things that I can just read about and I can almost see myself there. And I've talked to other people about that, and they'll feel like that, but for other periods in time, and you know. Well, I do know that in Hinduism, they believe in sort of like, because they believe in a caste system, and the very lowest class, the untouchables, they truly believe that if they lead a good life in this time round, then the next time they come back, then hopefully they will go up a caste, you know. So I think that if you try and be the best person that you can be, more or less on any given day, and when it's your time to go, and I mean, you can choose to come back or you can choose to stay there, but whichever way you work it, you've got to learn, because it's an ongoing process the whole time. However, if my personal belief is that if you don't lead the best life that you can, and if you deliberately go out of your way to hurt people, then I think you're further away from the light. You know, it's like, I suppose, say for example, and we're not talking about like God as in a religious being here. Say for example, the source of all that is, say the universal energies, say it's all pure love, right? Then if we do the best we can, then when it's our turn to to pass over, then we're all encompassed in this huge ball of love, right? But if we persist in being little gits and and upsetting people all the time and going out your way to upset people and generally be rotten, then it's like the love is there, you can almost touch it, but it's just out of reach. So you would need to do an awful lot of self-improvement before you'd be all encompassed into that big thing of love. It's not like you can't come in until you're better. It's just a case of you can't get away with behaving badly. You've got to have some form of punishment. So it's like being like a nanometer away from being surrounded by all that love. And that's what stops you. So hopefully next time round, you sort it, your soul will remember, and then, again, you go through the circle, and then when it's your time to go over, that's when, if you've lived the best life you can, then you're going to be encompassed all in that love again. You know? Right. Oh, Naressa, you must think me so ignorant. I'm so sorry. I'd forgotten that you were of the Hindu religion. Sorry about that, love. I didn't miss anything because there was you. You could have just talked to Danny. I mean, the funny thing is, in Judaism, we don't believe in reincarnation per se. It's like, you know, you die and then, you know, if you're good, you sort of go to be with God. And if you're not, you go to Sheol, which is like a kind of purgatory. If you're a Catholic, so it would be like a kind of purgatory. But I've always believed in reincarnation. So of course, naturally, the rabbi and I would sort of like lock horns, and I would say things like, "But I like bacon, you know." I like bacon. Why can't I have bacon? I like sausage, you know. But and I do believe in karma, but I think you've got it's. I think sometimes people have got the wrong idea about karma. I think people seem to think that karma is like this walking thing of attribution or retribution, rather. Karma is something that you've got to work out yourself. Well, I'm not supposed to eat bacon or ham or pork or anything like that, Danny, because I'm Jewish. We're not supposed to eat that because from rulings from like when Moses was a kitten, it was pork was unclean. So, you know, but I mean, I can understand why they wouldn't want to eat it then. You can't keep pork very sanitary in the desert, whereas now we've got fridges, you know? So I don't see why we can't eat pork. So, as my rabbi said, what he can't see can't upset him. And he doesn't have to, as long as I don't tell him, he doesn't have to know about it. And as long as I don't, you know, walk into the synagogue with my pet pig underneath my arm, then he'll be fine. And I said, I don't have a pet pig because I would have eaten it. So I'm wicked like that, you see. Yeah. You know, I reckon that the reason why all of us feel so close the way we do is the fact that we're all part of the same soul group. That's why we all get along the way we do. That's why we're so at ease in each other's company. You know, I mean, if anybody, well, I mean, we're all adults, right? And we've all been in various online groups. And you can guarantee at any given point, there's going to be somebody who's going to fight with somebody else. And there's going to be a great big falling out, right? But in the Haven, touch wood, we have never had an upset. Apart from that little thing in the Facebook group with that lady who went a bit, you know, bonkers, but I mean, and we've had the Haven going for, it's well over a year now. And it's just, we all meet up every time there's a video comes out. I mean, I know some will watch and then never say anything, and that's absolutely fine. I know people don't feel comfortable talking, but there's the odd occasion where they do come and say something, and I think that's great. But I accept the fact that if they don't feel comfortable talking, then that's fine. Everybody's got to handle their safe haven the way they want to. And the only thing that we ask for is for kindness and respect. Well, I'm glad that you did end up speaking, love. I'm really glad that you did. And there's one thing that I will thank YouTube for. Well, two things actually. One, that it introduced me to so many wonderful people. And two, that I was able to dispel the myth that, I mean, I was told there was no way that anybody would believe that someone who did a video could act exactly the same way in a live stream. It wasn't possible. And I said, well, I think that's bollocks, because I am me in my videos. I'm no different. I don't know how to be any different. I'm in my kitchen, sitting at the table. I mean, I live in my kitchen just about. And the first time I went live, and I said to people, now do you believe me when I tell you I am exactly the same? I'm just speaking to you more one-on-one instead of just straight into a camera. I'm really glad, Narissa, love. I'm really glad. Oh, no, Violet, that's wonderful. What a wonderful thing to say. Listen to that, guys. Isn't that wonderful? And you know something? That's because, honestly, Violet, that's because of everybody that's around you in the Haven makes you feel that way, so that you can come into a live and nobody's going to ignore you. And you want to say hello to anybody and they'll just start talking to you. It's like, I've seen other lives and folk don't talk to each other. They'll be squabbling away or desperately trying to get the person's attention who's got the live film in the first place. And I'm sure I answered that one, darling. I'm sure I congratulated her. But 20 weeks? Yes, I'm sure I did, love. But listen, if I haven't, because that seems very familiar to me, but if I haven't, mazel tov, I am so happy for your sister. She's waited for this a long, long time. And I wish her every happiness. I really do. That's wonderful. I'm so happy for her. That's lovely. That is really lovely. Well, Daphne was going to do, I think she had a Zoom call or something, 6 o'clock her time, because it's been nearly 3 hours and I'm going to have to log off soon and take some pain medication. Well, will you tell her that I think it's wonderful news? I'm absolutely certain sure I answered you, love. But if I haven't, I'm really sorry. But please tell her that I'm so happy for her. She's going to be fine. I can honestly tell you that. She is going to be fine. She needs to be much more relaxed and just go with the flow, because the more anxious she is, so just tell her I said just gently breathe in and out and let the baby feel her just being gentle breather, and she'll be absolutely fine. She's gonna be great. Absolutely great. Oh, I'm thrilled. I'm totally thrilled. Daphne, don't you have to go off and take a class shortly? Because I'm going to go and take some pain meds. And I will I'll keep you all up to speed with what's happening in the group and what have you. Until tomorrow, love. Right. And I'm really worried about Lorraine. Chemo every week until December. Oh, never mind. Well, hopefully, I mean, if it's cluster headaches, then hopefully they'll peak and then they'll calm down. If it's the intracranial hypertension back, then I'm not quite sure how we're going to handle that. I know, Daphne. Okay, Candace, darling, I love you, and I'll see you very soon, okay, love? Take care. Yeah, love you too, darling. And I'm glad you've had some fun. Believe me, Lorraine is very, very grateful for your prayers. Very grateful. I know. still, it's in God's hands, and I should keep praying for her. You know, everything happens for a reason. It's the way I see it. Everything happens for a reason. I think tomorrow I might play on The Sims some more. And I might make another Harry and Meghan. Beat them up. Do you know, that actually made me feel better? Yeah. Night-night, Narissa, love. Yes. Ask hubby to see if he can go and find some. Anyway, take care, my darling. Love you. Night-night. Now, we'll love you too, Candace. And you, Narissa. And thank you for your prayers. I'm going to head off too, guys. I love you all and thank you very much for being here and supporting this life that we've had. Again, I'm sorry for the couple of hiccups that we had, but we didn't let it pull at us, didn't let us pull us down, and we'll come up stronger than before. So I'm going to say good night, everybody. Take care, and I shall see you in the next one. Night, loves. Thanks again. Take care. Take care, darlings. Bye-bye.